was just before the drop to tweak, yeah.
Ah. BTC is making dumb plays, or people really want to trade those alts. People really want to trade those alts.
It was just before the drop to tweak, yeah. Okay, we are live.
Ah. BTC is making dumb plays, or people really want to trade those alts. Okay, we are live. I see that. Yep. Let's give it a couple of minutes so people can join then. And then we'll see. And then we will check some out, check some BTC, check some Ethereum, right? Check all the usual stuff that brings us money.
Hello, Satoshi.
Oh yeah, Satoshi. First in line as always, Satoshi.
Yeah.
He's our most trusted member. Welcome to be glad to be here. Glad to have you here, Satoshi. Maybe, just maybe, we'll get our breakdown, he says. Well, not maybe, for sure. No, okay. Yeah, nothing can be said for sure, but look at this. It's a little bit of an ouchie for the long. If anybody's longing up here, I'm gonna call them batshit crazy. Except if you're longing for like a scalp or something, right? But okay, it's a risky play if somebody's planning to do that. Okay, so I guess we got like 6 peeps. We can get it started. Because we are 9 minutes late, thanks to me. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so the last one we had was on 7th of July, which is good because tomorrow is my birthday actually, so...
Oh,
yeah,
good.
Hopefully I won't be too out of this world, you know what I'm saying or not?
Yeah.
Nah, you know I don't drink that much. Okay, so 7th of yeah, basically, so since last time till this time we did absolutely nothing, right? But we still had some scalps. Right? Most of them were taken on Ethereum because Ethereum right now it's gonna show us bearishness before Bitcoin does. But speaking last night, right, we shorted Ethereum up here and that shit didn't fill us, and then it went all the way down here. Sad. We kind of expected that we were gonna test the green area again. The only question then was if it's gonna hold the green area, right? And it did. And I was talking to Arnaud that I smashed a small little long, which I didn't post it public here, because just because I was thinking like this is not 100% play, right? And right now we have 100% accuracy of almost 9R. So
yeah,
I was like, I don't want to bring that accuracy down because this is a risky trade, because we are holding this area once, twice, three, four times, or should I say even five times, right? So risk long like this is probably like a 50% accuracy, so it doesn't really go together with our what we usually do, right? In this group, right, we usually go for them high R plays. But we did have a good amount of alts. We did have CTFC again, which gave us like a 7% reaction, which was good, right? We'll check that later. So yes, for when it goes to Ethereum right now, due to the state of the fact how it's looking at, it's probably gonna show us bearishness before Bitcoin does, and if it shows us bearishness before Bitcoin does, right, we are going to move in a lot more aggressively, right, like always. In terms of position, what we're looking at so far, we still have ongoing short on Bitcoin, which we still have an open short on Bitcoin, right? Which for now we're not gonna close yet. But the only thing is right now for what we want to see for Ethereum is lose this area, like we just discussed it. If it loses this area, we will do short a pullback, right? We will find a nice little short on pullback, which hopefully stated is gonna be first short in a bigger play, right? So what I mean by bigger play, that we are gonna continue adding on the way down, right? And just increasing our position until it finally breaks and goes down to like $200 or even lower, right? That would be kind of plain for Ethereum. So on Bitcoin, we got missed on this short again. Shit, by so little. But due to this pattern, I still do believe that we can get filled here, right? So right now we're gonna reopen this short back up, but this time around we're gonna reopen it for here, right? The area is gonna be much tighter around, because obviously we sort of tested it for so close here that we are going to move the area up, because if it ever comes up again, it's probably gonna test the very high of this structure right here. Due to the pattern we are currently observing on Bitcoin, right? Whoops, let me just go back, because I thought, okay. So for this short, we are again, right, if we went under this, we said we would short up here again, right? And you know, it kind of happened in the right here, right, when the drop, it kind of happened in the middle of the night, right? So it was wasn't really able to catch that one. I'm really not looking for any more longs on Bitcoin until it drops the area, right? I'm not looking for longs until we gain something, right? So if we gain something, I will call out a long on Bitcoin, right? Or Ethereum for that matter. But until we gain something, I'm not gonna long it, right? The same as I said for Ethereum, because I don't see that as a high quality play. Even if you look at it from 4 hours, right? Long in here seems like absolute shit, right? I mean, I hope everybody can agree this with me. This is why I'm not calling such positions right now. Shorts are kings right now, but we shouldn't be rushing into shorts too fast, as I already warned the previous time that you might get wrecked when everybody is shorting. People were shorting big time here, and then this move totally wrecked them, which is logical, right? Because you need to give price or Bitcoin or anything, right? You need to give it time for it to lose areas and give you a confirmation. If something looks weak and holds the areas, that doesn't actually mean it's gonna die, right? So, you know, traders get fooled like this almost all the time, right? Every single time they fool them basically on the same couple of moves, right? That you just gotta read through, and it helps you a lot into being a profitable trader, right? Long term speaking. So yeah, not a lot more to talk about Bitcoins. I mean, like, you know, we mostly tested this entire range through. So right now we're just doing the small macro plays for a good reason, because everything is tested and we don't like to test things. But there's not a lot much more to say about Ethereum and Bitcoin that would be smart at this point, because we obviously discussed most of them through already. So if you guys got any questions about alts, and there are a lot of alt movements, we should be moving to those, you know, because I think that time would be a lot better spent than me now just rambling about BTC over and over again, right? And yes, we could check the main plays out, right? Like XRP and stuff like this instead, because they did a lot more than Bitcoin and Ethereum did in the past 2-3 weeks, right? Okay, so wait, didn't we had a little long, right, on XRP, or am I mistaken or not? No, we had a little play, which I can't find the chart. Oh yeah, I think I found the chart. It's another chart. Anyways, we had like 2 plays down here, so that one play. So now we could move. What we could do is actually go for continuation on XRP, right? Okay, let's just go on this chart, because this one looks, wait, which chart doesn't look terrible? XRP, BTC, can I go to Bitstamp? Okay, Bitstamp looks okay. Okay, cool. So what was I trying to say? Yes, so we could go for continuation on XRP, right? We can even check. Okay, so it was, the area was really closely tested here, so I'm gonna move it down. If it comes down, we're gonna do it like this. But let me quickly check XRP USD before we do that. Okay, so it's still holding this. So it's kind of a similar play, but again, like I discussed in the past, chart on XRP BTC looks much nicer now. Much nicer. So I'm going to stick to that one again, because I do think that's a lot nicer. Long, yep, excellent. So this one can be called out, but I'm afraid that it's gonna take some time to get filled. But it is only 2% stop, so that's a killer trade right there. Let's see, it's only 5% actually, Arnaud, so it's not that much. This one can be added to the list. It can be added into our call list. First profit target is going to be neatly down here, up here. Wait, I'm just going to do it like a little bit, wait, just a little bit like this. The first profit target, and the second profit target is going to be right on top. And the third profit target, we're going for that continuation of the bull trend, right? So this can turn into a pretty good trade. gonna actually save this one for you or not.
Yep.
I don't think you can call this one in the bot because the
No,
algo,
because we have
yeah, so this one is gonna be a
exactly.
hand trade.
Yep.
This one is gonna be a hand trade. Okay, cool. We got that one sorted. Okay, let's move to the next alts. Let's see, we can probably squeeze some more trades out today. And I see Satoshi, Jonathan asked for comp USDT overview. We will check that one in a moment. Okay, TRX BTC, still not looking its best, still didn't do much. I'm still going to stay away from that one. Litecoin, okay, Litecoin basically, okay, so we talked about this area, that Litecoin needs to hold this area if we want to see an up move, and it actually did hold this area and made just a poor move of like 9%, so it's still far behind of anybody else. But realistically speaking, the only area which could have been longed, which was right here, was already tested, so I will move away from this coin as well. I don't see any other plays at it. Let's move to EOS. Same thing with EOS, the only area was already tested. I'm not seeing a lot of plays here. And ADA still hasn't filled it. So man, ADA is bullish lately. Why is ADA so bullish? Arnaud, why? Look at that. He didn't even fill this. Bullish. Holy shit. Man, that's like the main level. I'm still gonna stick to this level because this level is so good. Like, I'm still gonna stick to it. It's gonna test it. I swear, it's gonna test it. Maybe not now, but it's gonna test it in next couple of weeks, right? So we're still gonna stay with this one, right? And then see, maybe in like 50 days. Maybe 50 days, yeah. But we are still gonna wait for that one. I'm not gonna move for that one away. I do think that's a pretty good level, and I am 100% sure this level is gonna get tested. Okay, maybe not 100%, but 99% sure this level is gonna get tested in the future, right? So I'm still sticking with 10 cents on ADA and then buying it there and then seeing what the fuck it's gonna do further, right? If it can get a little run up at it. So I'm not gonna move from my I'm not gonna move for my comfortable spot right here. There's no reason for it at all, right? And yes, right now, Jonathan, comp USDT. So I do know the comp is, DeFi place that we've recently spoke of. Oh my god. Wow, this took a dive. Huh. Well, this is definitely turned very bearish. Very bearish, because you cannot be holding. So what you basically want to see right now if you want to be safe, it has to hold this. It has to hold this, it has to move up here and gain this, and then if it goes a little bit above, it's probably gonna retest it and move higher. If it's just going to touch this, it's probably just gonna go down here, and then you will see what it does here. But nevertheless, if anything out of these two options happen, you should take profits. Like I'm telling you, you should sell. If you're holding something like this, you should be selling it at least here. Not everything, but take profits for sure, because this is looking bad. This is looking pretty bearish. I thought DeFis are really bullish right now, but I guess, only momentarily when they're going up and then people just abandon them. So yeah, this looks really bearish. So if something like that happens, you definitely need to take profits, right? Yeah, Sebastian, wow, I'm glad I'm not comp holder. Yeah, this is looking pretty bad. Like, let me check BTC chart, right, if it's any better. Oh no, this is bad. Yeah, this is really bad. Okay, so yeah, obviously, like I said, like I've done the drawing, right? If it does something like this, you can get a reversal, right? But the thing is, why would you want to sell here? Because there's no reason, because you don't know if it's gonna do reversal here, so you would rather wait for confirmation. So if it breaks above this on the second try, then you can go back in and then hopefully write it back up, right? But if this is not gonna do it, right, if this is just gonna fail and go back down and it's gonna lose this area, you just don't know where the bottom is. And trust me, bottom could be down here at like 130, 110, right? This is a new alt, and this alt is overextended. We know by the market cap it's pretty big, right? And there are a lot of competition right now, which he didn't have back when he launched, right? So yeah, it is quite dangerous to hold a coin like this, right? Okay, is that Elrond? Or what is that? Elrond, yeah, we even did a video on this one. And sat the shit again, because this alt, when they blow up, they are not filling us at all in positions. Oh my god, this thing is mooning. Holy shit. So I have no idea why Elrond is moving like it is. I mean, this is bullish beyond belief. Like, I have no idea why Elrond is moving like this. I mean, so bullishly. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, okay? So if I'm seeing like this, right? So if I do it like this, and right now I can make a proper fib. Because last time when we did this, I couldn't make it because there was no structure. There was no real structure to it. Let's see, what are we actually talking about here, right? So it's now rejecting the 6. So it's no reject. Wait, let me just oh wait, I'm not gonna delete that yet because I do think it's gonna be used in the past. So we're rejecting the 6. So it's 6. So it's gonna be like this. What I'm sensing for Elrond. Oops. What I'm sensing for Elrond is gonna be like this. So we gained over 2, right? So right now we have good chances to we're gonna test this, right? Which we kind of did. Now we have to gain above this. If we hold this, we're gonna go to this. So that's simple as that, right? So, and that is quite a rise. I mean, that's the logic when you go through this. That if you hold that, you're gonna gain toward this, and that's actually 65% rise. Now, obviously, that would make sense. Why? Because you're touching all the way up to where it launched, and this is what I've seen in the past. If you want to go for the new high, you're first gonna reject the previous high, and then you're gonna reject it, go probably down here, and then go higher, right? So that would make perfect logic when it comes to this Fibonacci as well. So right now, what your main concern is, you gotta go above 1.7, and if it goes above 1.7 and you stay there for a couple of days, you got good chances of going actually even higher. If you reject 1.7, like you just did right now, and you don't go higher, then we have a pretty good chances of going back to 9, right? In this case, that's let's see. In this case, that's 50% drop almost. So you got a pretty good chances of going back. So I'm still gonna keep this trade because I still think this trade is valid. We canceled it obviously because the entry is so far away right now. But like I said, Arnaud, right? We're gonna have to recall this one. We're gonna have to recall this one out later. Okay, I know a lot of Sebastian. Yeah, what you should say. Lots of Elrond is staked and mainnet release soon. See, that's what I'm saying, right? Lots of them it's staked. I know it's staked, but mainnet coming soon. But that's your when I hear stuff like this, it kind of calls them for an exit point. I mean, wouldn't you agree, Arnaud? Like, you know, the old rule, sell the news, you know, because I'd rather...
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather sell a couple of days before mainnet or just sell on mainnet, right? Because I'm pretty sure after mainnet release, they will not keep this shit up. It's too parabolic. It's just too parabolic. And when it's going to drop fast, right? But like I said, we don't know when it's coming. So soon it could mean weeks, right? So obviously this still has place to go. So right now I would say for like, if it rejects this, it's probably going to touch this at least. Right? And that's a 50% drop, right? Obviously, because the parabolic moves are so big, now the gaps are bigger as well. So you can be moving 30, 40, 50% in a day or 2 days, right? So when it's going to drop big time. And trust me, you know, like, look how many levels you left untouched back here, right? So yes, touching this level, it's gonna happen. Like, again, 90% sure it's gonna happen eventually. So yes, that's a 50% drop. Depends on how much it goes. I know people are saying, oh, we are never gonna see that again. If I had a quarter for every time I heard that in crypto, I mean, my standpoint, I'm gonna even tell you, we're probably gonna see even this, right? Oops, we're probably gonna even see this, right, being touched again, right? That's a much bigger drop, right? But that's just my 2 cents, right? I'm not gonna say because there are too many fanboys out there and I will not argue with them, but that's just the logic of trading, how it goes, right? Because trust me, if this happened in the past, right, you see how this moved down, it's gonna happen again, right? They will not keep this up, right? They have momentum right now because Bitcoin is in range, but as soon as Bitcoin is gonna move out of range and Bitcoin is gonna start going down, right? I mean, by our logic, it's gonna go down. Elrond will slowly lose its momentum and go back down, right? And same, I'm gonna tell you, a same example on Link, right? Right? Look at that, right? So people said we will never see this shit again. No, sorry, right? Look how many times we came back, right? Because they cannot keep up with the momentum. But the good thing is we still went higher. Like nobody said we can't go higher than that, but we are not gonna leave so many untested level behinds. And again, this shit, right? Don't think that we will never touch this again, because we will. We will definitely touch this again on Link. And it's probably because it's so parabolic, it's gonna happen. When it's gonna happen real fast. And that's a nice long point for Link, right? Definitely a nice long point for Link that we will try to take it as well, right? I don't know if we already discussed this one. But for now, I would rather find a short on Link, right? But I need to wait for a proper confirmation before I can find a short on Link, because I am not going to be stupid and I'm not going to short the fanboys. Because shorting the fanboys is the most dangerous thing you can do, right? So yeah, when you watch this and you watch graphs like this, yes, you smashed an absolute winner, but definitely be careful, because the winner will not last. And if you're too greedy, you will lose everything, or should I say, I mean all the profits, right? Yes, Tomo. I mean, Tomo is definitely been a nice performer. Like, look at that Tomo, right? Look at this, what I was just saying. Parabolic move up to the side, right? People thought, okay, we're never seeing this again. Nope. Whoop. We're back down again, right? As fast as you came up, and it was 100, the faster you went down, right? So yeah, you came back again, and this is the thing. This is all stupid, because they all work on momentum, and they lose it, and then after they lose it, they're dead. And look at that, Tomo even touched the very bottom level, which left untouched. Like, this is the last level he left on. Look at that, it touched it and it moved. This is not coincidence. It's not coincidence. Crypto just works like this, you know. You don't leave the untouched levels behind. Like, in most cases, I'm gonna say it doesn't work 100%, but nothing works 100%, right? But like I'm telling you, it doesn't leave many untested level behinds. Okay, so talking about Tomo, sorry, right? Tomo is not a coin that I would like to trade. I mean, I do, trust me, I've participated in their ICO, so I know all about Tomo. So I do think their system is great and everything, right? But I'm gonna say it like this. Why am I saying it's not a coin? Because it always tests everything when it goes up, right? So it makes it really fucking hard to trade, right? So for me right now, where I would take the trade is somewhere around here, right? Where's my tool? Yeah, somewhere around here is my trade, right? I would enter it on lower time frames when it gets there, because I do not want to knife catch it. Why do I not want to knife catch it? Because it's been tested, and I don't like taking the tested levels, right? And then it tested it here, and then it tested it here. So here I can't really take anything, but it did hit resistance here. So if it's gonna be a rejection anywhere, it's gonna be right now here, and it's gonna come down here. So maybe we should, maybe we could set up a little trade. Why not, right? Let me just quick check Tomo USDT if that is looking a little bit better, or is it the same shit? Oh, it's actually worse. No, that, from what chart I've seen, like, this is actually worse, because this, every candle tests everything. So this is actually looking even worse than Tomo BTCs. It's a clear, I'm gonna tell you, it's a clear sign of a market maker. It, like, right, when they doesn't leave when they move it like this in the stairs, right? So I'm gonna tell you that this is definitely not all organic. It's definitely used by the market maker, and the stop is huge as shit. Oh fuck, I can't even take the trade here on. Unless if I move it all the way down here, I can maybe take it. Yeah, 9% stop loss, which is not the best. Probably first profit target here. This is not a good trade. It's not. I'm not loving this trade at all. Probably have to do something like this. Yep. Not loving this trade at all. The area is way too fat, so what I gotta do, I gotta slimmer down the area. Gonna slimmer down the stop loss to like 6%, but now it gets a little bit more risky, and gotta do it like this. Do the area, and bam. Then we got some ourselves possible Tomo trade, right? I guess we can call this one out again or not in the future, but it's not the best one. Definitely not the best trade that I've seen. But you know, a trade is a trade, and if it makes money, it makes money, right? I'm gonna post it on. Okay, Jonathan, CTSC long tanks. Yes, sir, man. Yes, I'm not talking about the oops. What is that? Okay, I'm not talking about the current long, because that one didn't get filled. Unlucky, right? Jesus Christ. I was talking about this long, right? Wait, we got filled here, right, Arnaud? And then the TP was here. We made a little typo because on the picture we had the right TP. We had TP here, but on text we actually added. Wait, we actually added 1 to it or something, right? Like we actually added like 0.10 cents to the text because we mistyped it.
That's it, yeah.
And then that profit target wasn't hit, but the picture profit target was hit perfectly, right? And then I just follow up with this trade, which I was hoping that it's gonna get filled, and it still does. I'm not gonna remove this trade until it goes above this. If it goes above this, gains it, right? Stays the day above it, I'm gonna remove the trade. Before it does this, I'm gonna keep it, because this can still come down, fill me up, hit the profit target, hit the 2 profit target, but this one is gonna be really questionable. Like I'm probably gonna call that the 3rd profit target is no good, right? Because I wouldn't be holding it for that long if it does a pattern like it's currently doing, right? So I'm not gonna be holding that one. So yeah, I wasn't filled it as a same Jonathan because the price never got there, right? I'm still waiting for it. What do you propose for stop loss on long-term holdings for Link 10%? Well, the thing is like this. Depends how long are you holding it, right? So, for example, let me give you an example. So let's just say you enter here, right? And the link goes up, right? So what I usually do, I follow it with stop loss, right? But I'm not following it with stop loss using a follow stop loss function because I found that shit pretty bad, you know? Like you can't just follow it with a rounded number and just think it's gonna be okay, right? So how you, and even now when you ask me 10%, I mean 10%, sometimes it works out, but sometimes it doesn't, right? That's the problem because it depends on what the structure looks like, right? I usually go for trades that don't have bigger stop losses than 10%. You will almost never see me take a trade on alt with the stop loss that is going to be above 10%, right? On Forex, heck, on Forex, I do it for like 0.1%, right? Or anything else. But in crypto, you can't really do that because it's way too illiquid, right? So when I'm talking like this, so if I take a trade here, for example, I'm going to place my stop loss under here. So when the trade moves up, right? When the trade is here, I'm not going to move my stop loss yet. No, I'm going to wait for a breakout. So after it breaks out, stops here, now I'm moving my stop loss. And in this case, we have a large gap. So what does large gap mean? We can retest it all the way down here. So I'm not going to put my stop loss here. Why? Because I can actually get stopped and then the price moves without me, right? So you got to move your stop loss logically. So if I was following the stop loss, I would put it right here because I'm thinking if it ever goes back down again, we're actually bearish, right? So now I follow back up. So in this entire range, I don't move the stop, not even for one bit, until we break, start touching this. Then I'm going to move my stop loss here, right? Wait, let me just know, it's getting a little bit confusing. Until we start breaking this, I'm gonna move my stop loss from here, right? So I'm gonna move it from here to here, right? Because why? Because if we reject out this and touch all the way down here, I'm gonna say, okay, this is turning bearish, I'm gonna start looking for short, right? But no, okay, obviously it retraced it and it's a bullish bounce and goes back above, right? So now when it bends back above, you can probably guess already where my stop loss is. Well, it's the same as here, right? It's gonna be right here because if we go all the way back down, it's bearish. So that makes no sense, right? So in this case, if I look at my stop loss right now, it's actually 37%. But this is how you gotta do it if you want to trade for bigger moves, right? So obviously, by the time it drops from the 7.5, it drops to 4.7. Is people will say, well, like, wow, man, that's actually stupid. Like you actually lose half of the profits, and they're absolutely right, right? So to the fact that this is actually my cold wallet holdings, right? So if I have some of the coins which I believe they're gonna perform well over the years, right? I'm gonna have them in my cold wallet holdings, and I'm gonna move my stop loss with a big percentage difference because I don't want to get stopped out and I want to follow the trend, right? But if we are talking about an active trade, and if I'm tracking it all the way back here, up here, yes, my stop loss will still be the same at that point, but I will do some stuff differently. I will go to like 1 hour and now say, okay, now if this goes all the way down or down here, I'm already not bullish anymore, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to move my stop loss. I'm going to wait for a rebound here because I am almost 90% sure we're going to get a reaction here. And then when we get a reaction, as we start declining again, sell it, right? And this, I'm never going to catch the top. I'm never going to catch the top like this, but I will get a decent percentage out of it, and I'm going to be way more consistent with my profits than everybody else, because people will already sell here because they're afraid, oh, it went too deep, now I'm going to sell here, right? No, I actually wait for the trend reversal, and then I sell on the first bounce when I get that confirmation of trend reversal, right? Because when price starts to fall down, people will just panic too quickly, right? Price will always bounce, and okay, not always, but many times, I'm gonna say over 80% of time, price is gonna bounce and give you a good exit, right? And even now, even if you wanted to exit right now, right, it's like this. Again, if you go back here, you make a double top now again. If it rejects this double top again, you can already look for selling, right? Because that is already a bearish sign as well, right? And when you just have to learn how to read the trends, right? I mean, when you see these little moves, you can usually exit on close to tops or on very tops sometimes, right? But mostly close to tops, right? But if you're going to employ panic at it, you're probably going to make a mistake and either exit way too late or exit way too soon, right? So yeah, this is why traders, when we go into trade, we have some sort of plans. We don't just go blindly and say, oh yeah, this is entry, this is target, I'm never gonna change it. Because if price starts showing me difference here, right, I'm going to take this target and I'm gonna move it down here and take my profit, move the stop loss, and then get stopped, right? This is why you always have to have plan with trading when it comes to trading, and you're gonna be way more consistent at it, right, than you are probably right now, right? So yeah, when you ask me, I don't have a fixated stop, but when I do take trades like this, right, mostly what I call them in the channel, right, you will never see me take bigger stop than 10%, or like never. I don't take it, right? This is why I hate low Satoshi coins like HOT or I don't know, some more, Kote, yeah, Kote, like that's one good a coin like this, right? Why I hate coins like this, right? Because usually when you try to do a stop loss and you have to put it underneath something, right, it's gonna span it. Okay, maybe that's a bad example because this actually works out. Okay, let's do HOT. Jesus Christ. So so usually when you're trying to do when you're trying to place a stop on a coin like this, right, you know your stop has to be under here, right, to make sense. And now if you want to take the trade up here and place a stop down here, right, you will see that it's automatically 27%, and that's way too much, right? Way too much for stop loss. You can barely make any money at it, right? This is why I absolutely hate low Satoshi coins, and I try to avoid as much as I can calling trades on them, because for me it doesn't make any sense to employ such huge stop losses, right? And yeah, basically it goes the same way around, right? Because if it rejects this and it goes back here and gives you a reaction up, like look at the swings, right? So if it rejects this, goes all the way back here, you lost like 23%, and then if you're trying to sell, it goes back up, right? So you see it fluctuates for so much by moving just a little bit, right? And you have big ass walls on the both sides, right? So you're usually going to see like 20 Bitcoin walls on both sides, right? So even if you want to get out, you probably won't be able to get out because, you know, those big walls will be blocking you, right? So you won't be able to exit your position, you won't be able to do anything at all. And God forbids if a coin comes down here and just slips you, right? And goes back down and doesn't feed your stop loss, right? Now you just added an extra 20% to your stop loss, right? So that's just a cool 20% slippage, guys, you know. So yes, I absolutely hate those coins, right? But yeah, most of the times I get stop losses between 5 to 7%, right? I think that would be my average right now. Not, I mean, sometimes we get like really nice stops, like with the one we just had on XRP, right? It was like 2%, 2.5%. But most of the time, our average, I would say 5 to 7% on the stop loss, right? And I think it works pretty well. You guys see that our hit ratio and everything, our profit ratio is pretty good, right? I mean, we are doing quite amazing the past few months on manual trades. Really can't be like mad about it or anything, right? I mean, really can't be complaining about it, right? Okay, guys, do we have any more questions about any alts? We are in about for like 30 minutes now, so I guess if there are no more questions, we could be slowly wrapping it up.
Yes.
We can maybe check, like, let's see if there's something happening on USDT. It is smart on USDT. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Look at that, right? Every time it went up, look at that. It tested everything and it went high, right? This is not the charts I don't want to see. See, this is a lot better charts that I want to see. You just want to have one big move up, and then you just know when it's gonna come back, it's gonna retest this shit, and it's most likely gonna give you a good reaction at it, right? But the problem when it comes to this is you're not gonna find a good stop loss, right? That's an issue, because obviously if you put it down here, 27%, that's a no-go. But if you want like this, something like this, right, you gotta put it here, but then you can get easily stop lost, right? So when I have a like trade like this, I usually, what I do is I wait for smaller time, I wait for high time frame to come down here, and then I take it on, based on smaller time frame. But if that's gonna happen in 2 a.m. in the morning, you're gonna miss it, right? That's the problem. Sebastian, thanks. One last thing, how probable is we hit the 0.27 for algo in this trend fuck in a long trade? I don't like it. 0.27, but wait, is that algo? This, is he talking about algo USDT? Wait, you already hit that. Well, on lower time frames, it already acts a little bit bearish. I mean, that was your heat already. If we are talking about that, I'm not sure. Are we talking about algo USDT? I need. But yeah, if we are talking about algo USDT, you already hit it, right? When you went back up, you came here, you hit it, and now it is. Right now, I would wait, right? If you went above this, you just don't want to lose this area right now. If you don't lose this area, then yes, you're gonna hit it again. But if you lose this area, then you're most likely gonna go lower, right? So if your profit target is here and you lose this area, I would just smash it here and just wait what's gonna happen next, right? So that was it. This area right now for you on low time frames is key, right? I can't give you better information right now because you already touched it. So again, this is gonna be a second touch. So in my logic, if you ever come up there, it's gonna go a little bit further up, probably gonna touch this, right? That's my logic. But this on the lower time frames, it doesn't look too good. But when I switch over to higher time frames, you're still good, because this is an area to hold for you to go higher. So I think you're still good. Yes, I do think you're gonna get your 27. It's probably gonna happen, yep. So if you got that trade, you could probably exit it there, yes, with no doubts. Let's see, Bitcoin Cash. Oh, okay, that was a good test. Shit, why did we miss that one? Because I was on vacation or not? See, this is what I'm saying. I went on vacation for 3 days. I came home and everything is hit. Like everything, every major area that I want is hit, right? Look at that. Again, another trade I didn't call out because I was on vacation and it's hit. Goddamn. Classic shit, huh? Classic shit. Moral of the story is, don't go to vacation, guys. Just stay at home. Because it's Corona time. Oh, Theta. Let's see what happened with Theta. That's a good one. Okay, Theta, you already know. Like, see, this is, like, you know what's happening at Theta. Ooh, bam. So this trade, not valid. But it's gonna go, whoop, bam. It's for sure going down. Yeah, like, this one is gonna fall in the future, for sure. So yeah, you can see, again, another example, right? Elrond. Look at that parabolic move. You can't keep it. Bam, you know? And it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. TRX. VET. Okay, so VET, we said, okay, VET, we could probably take the trade now here or not. Because we missed this one, we said if it comes down here, we're gonna take the first trade here. We already, look at that perfect test, man. What the fuck? Is everybody messing with me these days? That's a 30% trade. Fuck my life. Look at how perfectly that worked out. Fuck my life, Arnaud. You're killing me, man. You're murdering me here.
40%.
40% trade, but okay. I guess I'm gonna save this one now because this one is gonna be next. I mean next. Probably gonna be next. Save that shit up for the rainy days. Wait, I'm gonna actually do it as red because I'm gonna make a video about it. But goddamn, this is sad, man. 30% trade missed right there. See, we had a plan for it, but we didn't have the chart time on it. Okay, V looks absolutely terrible. Nothing to see here. That was a little trade, see? Goes above, tests it here. How much did it react? 15%. Better than nothing. Okay, this one still hasn't broken the top. XTZ. Oh boy, look at that. Gotta get back into the game or not. Gotta hit those timings, you know. Okay, this one, yeah, this one. Look at that. This one is interesting. I cannot miss this trade. Shit, it's happening. Okay, wait. I cannot miss this trade. Wait. Relax, Arnaud. Breathe. Shit, my stop loss is gonna be small. It's gonna be dangerous, but this trade is too good to miss. I swear, guys. This trade is too good to be missed. Oh, area is fat as well. How fat is the area? Oh, 7. I'm gonna make it a little bit. Wait, I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, like this. Yeah, I got you, guys. I got you. I'm telling you, this is the trade we cannot miss. 8% stop loss. I'm gonna take this. Yep. First profit target should be above this already. Yes. First profit target going to be here. Second profit target here. Third profit target here. And then go for a retrial if it ever gets to. So yeah, definitely don't want to be missing this one. Here we go, Arnaud. I'm throwing you the trade. Okay, I guess we can wrap this one up, right? We found a couple of trades. We talked about stuff. We did some analysis. I wish I could give you more analysis on Bitcoin, but you know, when there's nothing more I can add to it. Like there's nothing more smart wise that I could add to Bitcoin, because you are hanging in the same ranges. The range has been fully tested around, and if anybody tells you it's super clear where it's gonna go right now, just don't listen to it. If anybody tells you this is super bullish, just ignore them, because that is stupid as hell, making a claim like this at the moment, right? It is more bearish than it is bullish, I'll tell you that, but I'm not gonna tell you it's for sure gonna drop. But we have higher chances of dropping than going higher, I can tell you that, right? So if something has a higher chance going one side, and let's be honest, downside has a lot more potential than upside in gains wise, we are probably should follow that one, right? Because it's gonna make us more money long term wise, right? Okay, guys, thank you for watching, right? I guess we'll be seeing each other next week, right? On the 21st of July, yeah? 21st, 21st, yeah, 21st of July. Same time, right?
No. It's a national day in Belgium.
Oh, national day in Belgium. So what do? We gonna move it?
I guess we can move it on Wednesday.
Okay, so we're gonna move it on. Okay, so next week we're gonna move it on Wednesday to the 22nd of July. Same time as today. I don't think that will be an issue.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, the same time.
Okay, well, I guess enjoy your national day in Belgium, or not next week.
Okay, so take care, guys.
Take care, guys. See ya. Thank you for following, and see you next.